Hello, good day, and welcome once again to this daily Bible reading. So today we read Nehemiah chapter 2. I'll be drawing my lessons from verse 4 to 6 today. I'll read from the King James Version. Then the king said unto me, For what do you make your request? So I prayed to the God of heaven, and I said unto the king, If it please the king, and if thy servants have found favor in thy sight, that thou would send me unto Judah, unto the city of my fathers, that I may build it. And the king said unto me, the queen also sitting by him, For how long shall thy journey be, and when wilt thou return? So it pleased the king to send me, and I set him a time. For my reading today, I'm able to draw out some kind of steps to rebuilding broken walls. The first thing I saw there is still the matter of prayer. Look at that verse 4. The king was asking him what he would want, what his request was. But we saw that Nehemiah, for him to request, to answer the king, he had to still make a prayer to the Lord. He said, So I prayed to the God of heaven. So prayer is very important. In your desire to build a broken wall, whatever that broken wall could represent, I'm seeing that the first thing is still prayers. The next thing I saw is that Nehemiah was willing and ready to work. He was ready to do something about the situation. It's not just about praying. So this is where the balance comes in. You don't just pray alone, but you must be ready to do something about the situation. Look at that verse 5. It said, If it please the king, and the king, if I found favor in your sight, he says, Send me unto Judah, to the city of my fathers, so that I may build it. So he was already set in his mind to do something. He was already set in his mind to go and build that broken wall, not just to pray. What else did I see? I saw that he had a strategy that was bound by a time frame. Look at verse 6. The king asked him and said, For how long will your journey be, and when will you return? He said, So it pleased the king to send me, and I set him a time. Even though the Bible did not mention the exact time, but we saw that he gave the king a time to accomplish this purpose. There must be a strategy that you must put in place. Having prayed, having said to do something, what strategy do you want to employ to rebuild this broken wall? Look at verse 12. And I arose in the night, I and some few men, neither told I any man what God had put in my heart to do at Jerusalem. So you see, God has given him what to do. He had a strategy in his mind. What is the last thing I saw? That is to be sure that this step you are taking, this action you want to take towards the rebuilding of this broken wall, you must ensure that it is God that is putting it in your heart, not just your own zeal, so to say. If it is out of your own zeal, you may fail. But you see, if it is God that is putting this thing in your heart, impressing it in you to go and do it, you see, it will succeed. That is when the hand of the Lord will be upon you. That's what we saw in that verse 12. Because God has put this thing in his heart, it is God asking him to do it. That was how God's hand was strong upon him. So when he made a request from the king, everything he asked from the king granted to him. Just like that. And you know, even when he eventually when he traveled to his people and told them what he wants to do, we saw him still emphasizing that it is the hand of God upon him. Look at verse 18. Then I told them of the hand of God which was good upon me. So these are some of the steps towards carrying out an assignment that God has placed in your heart. Number 1, you must take it first of all in a place of prayer. Settle it there. Number 2, be ready to take action for what God is telling you to do from the place of prayer. Number 3, set a strategy. Let there be a time frame towards when you want to accomplish that thing that God has put in your heart to do. Then number 4, ensure that it is God that is setting that thing in your heart to do it, and not just your own zeal. Thank you for coming again this evening. Like this video, share to your friends, and share your comment. Let's get so many people to be part of this daily Bible reading challenge. Bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow.